You know what it is. That's right. It's time to talk money with your money nerd and financial coach. Now, tighten those purse strings and open those ears. It's the Money Talk with Tiff podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Money Talk with Tiff podcast. So today on the line, I have Tiffani Higgins. Now, Tiffani started the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Academy to teach thousands how to make money while pursuing the freedom in life they desire, whether working from home or on the road in an RV, which is so awesome. Tiffani understands the importance of family, but never wanted to give up having a successful career. So she figured out how she can do it. And now she teaches other people to do the same. So, hey, Tiffani, how are you?
I am great. Thank you for having me on. How are you?
I'm doing great. So before I hit record, I just said how awesome Tiffany's are. So
Tiffany's are the best.
Right. So let's just jump right in. I know that you do the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Academy. Now, just to get this conversation started, what exactly is a bookkeeper? What do bookkeepers do?
Yeah, great question. So bookkeepers are the people that kind of compile and organize the business from a financial standpoint. So any transactions that come in and out of the business accounts or the credit cards that the business uses, or maybe any loans that the business has, they categorize and record all of those transactions. And they do it in terms of like what's most appropriate for the IRS and for tax filing. And then they produce financial statements for the business owner so they can use it to file their taxes or do tax planning, or maybe even get loans for the business, determine, how their business is doing and what steps that they should make to get to the next level.
Oh, nice. Awesome. And so I wanted to start there because a lot of people are like, they're probably like, what is bookkeeping anyway? So pretty much is reconciling accounts, making sure everything is categorized correctly. And you all help with, tax strategy, anything like that. So personally, I hired a bookkeeper last year for one of my businesses, and it was the best decision ever. Best decision ever. Now, when you get into bookkeeping, how important is that for a small business?
It's really important for them to be able to really know what's going on in their business. Sometimes just having those clear financials from month to month can give them a lot of insight into how things are going, because a lot of business owners keep track of it in their head and they think, okay, well, I've got so much in my bank account, so things are going well or not going well. But when you actually see it broken down into the categories, sometimes that can be really eye-opening. It can really help them make some better decisions moving forward with their business. And then, of course, the dreaded taxes always come up and surprise business owners. So if they don't have their financials ready, they can't do tax planning. Therefore, they may be very surprised at the end of the year when they go to do their taxes. And that happens quite often to people.
Yes. I will be honest, and this is full disclosure. I'm very open and honest with my audience. Last year, before I hired the bookkeeper, I was DIY, doing it myself. When she came in and, tweaked things around, I said, oh, shoot, because there's a difference between revenue and profit, right? And a lot of times as small business owners, we look at the revenue and we're like, oh, we're doing so great. It's awesome. We see money in the account, but we're not considering the expenses, and really what matters is the profit. So that's the importance of a bookkeeper for me. And actually, it was very eye-opening to the point where that particular business, I was like, we need to sell this thing because this is not making the money that we think it is. So yeah, I wholeheartedly love bookkeepers. Now, if people were interested in becoming bookkeepers, do they need to have an accounting background, finance background? Like, how would one step into this industry if this sounds interesting to them?
Yeah, great question. In the US, Canada, and in the UK, you don't need any kind of certifications or background to do bookkeeping. So you can self-teach yourself how to do this, or you can, enroll into a program like ours, or have a mentor that can help you learn this kind of stuff. And really about 80% of it is data entry, and 20% of it is higher level skills that you need to know. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time and effort to master the skill. But just like with business owners, you don't know what you don't know. So it's always good to have a mentor, someone guiding you along and letting you know when you need to question things. Mm-hmm. And how to, keep learning the skills. Because in this industry, it's something that you have to love learning because things change and there's always something more to learn.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I want to get back to your story though. So how did you get into bookkeeping? What propelled you into this field?
Yeah, I think I've always been the type of person that just wanted to know where I was going. Mm-hmm. So when I was 16, I had an accounting class in high school, and it was like the first exposure to that. And I had never seen anything like it. And I loved the fact that in accounting and bookkeeping, you have like equal sides to it. So if you do one thing on one side, it equals out on the other. So there's never like a wrong answer. So I love that because you can always check your work. You can always check it and fix it if there's something wrong. So that made me really latch onto it because you could be right. You're right and you're done. So I kind of just went with that. I got my accounting degree, and then I started working as an auditor right out of college, but my whole journey changed once I became a mom. So,
well, let's dive into that because I have a lot of moms listening. I'm a mom myself. And so is this an easy thing to juggle with kids? Like, let's say we have single moms, we have stay-at-home moms. Is this something that it's easy to juggle, or, is this something you know what I mean? Like, can moms do this by themselves if need be?
Yes, absolutely. Great question. Yeah, I really love this for moms. And that's why I actually built my program around helping moms, specifically the ones that want to spend more time with their kids and have more flexibility, because it is such an awesome career to get into. For lots of reasons. For one, you can make $100 an hour or more working with clients. We teach you how to price in like a fixed price package, and then we show you how to do the work super efficiently. So you're providing extreme value and an affordable payment for business owners. But for you, it ends up being like over $100 an hour to actually get the work done, which gives moms like such extreme flexibility and so much more time back, because maybe they're used to making $20 an hour, and now all of a sudden they're making so much more, 5 times more. They have that much more time back because they don't have to work that many more hours to get the same pay. So that alone is really awesome. But then bookkeeping too is such a flexible workload. You can do it at any time of the day or night. You can do it in the weekends. You don't have to sit down for hours at a time and work on it. And typically, as long as you get their financials to them at the end of each month, you can do it all in the last week if you want to. So very, very flexible, especially if you have a lot of kids that have special needs. Like for me, when I got pregnant with twins when I had my business, and it was such a blessing because I just pulled back from any business growth or development. I stopped marketing, and those are all optional hours that you can put in. And when I did that, I really realized how amazing having the bookkeeping was for my family, because I was working maybe 20 hours a week or less when I was pregnant with the twins. And I was able to go to all my doctor's appointments and nobody harassed me about it. And I didn't skip a beat or fall behind or anything. So super awesome to be able to have that option.
Awesome. Awesome. And it's definitely something that a lot of business owners need. So I can see that there's always a need for this. Just in my experience and talking to other entrepreneur friends, they're like, oh my gosh, I need to get my books together. Oh my gosh, I don't know how much money I'm making. Oh my gosh. And that is exactly what a bookkeeper can step in and help with, and in an affordable way, because the other options are CPAs, maybe a CFO or a fractional CFO, but those options are more expensive. When you can have a bookkeeper, if the only thing you need is getting your books together, then bookkeepers are a perfect option for that. Now, in your academy, because I do want to hit on that a little bit, what exactly do you go over? So, you said you go over pricing, how to set it up. What else can people expect?
Yeah. So if you come in to this field and you want to learn it from scratch, you've never had any experience, we also teach you all the basics. So we show you exactly, what bookkeeping is, how to do it, how to prepare financial statements, what clients actually want to see from you, and then how to use the software. We use QuickBooks Online. pretty much exclusively. So we show everyone how to use that, and just everything from start to finish. We help with. We even help with like learning how to do marketing and setting up your back office for your bookkeeping business so you're completely legitimate. We even design websites and logos for them so they can get started. Like within a week, they can start looking for clients. So
wow, that's awesome. I'm over here like, maybe I need to do this real quick too.
I run into that a lot.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So thank you so much, Tiffani. If people were interested in learning more about the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Academy or about you, where can they find more information?
Yeah, there's two main places. Our website is called stay-at-home-bookkeeper.com. And then we have a Facebook group called Have Your Cake and Eat It Too. And that's kind of our motto for moms. We want to help them be able to provide for their family and build wealth, but also never miss any of their kids' milestones so they can have both.
Yes, because time goes so fast. I look at my 12 and 7-year-old and I'm like, oh my gosh, where did time go? It goes so fast. So spending those moments with your children is so precious. And now you don't have to worry about a career, a career that pays well, and you can still have your cake and eat it too. So I love it. Thank you so much, Tiffani. And for the people listening in, I will have all of that information in the show notes. So don't worry if you didn't catch it all. It will all be there. I appreciate you coming on and going over what bookkeeping is. I'm sure it opened up a lot of minds to the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you for listening, joining, and being a part of the Money Talk with Tiff podcast this week. You can check Tiff out every Thursday for a new Money Talk podcast. But if you just can't wait until next week, you can listen to previous podcast episodes at moneytalkwitht.com or follow Tiff on all social media platforms at Money Talk with T. Until next time, spend wise by spending less than you make. A word to the money wise is always sufficient.